Hi, Style Rebel. All right, we are going to have a serious heart-to-heart today because as a woman, I know that especially during this time of the year, summertime, I myself can get super critical about my body. And so I know that if I know that you most likely are as well, or you have at some point in your life. And so we're going to have a heart to heart today about how magical and what a masterpiece your body is and why you need to love it all the time. Okay. So if you are brand new to the page, I want to welcome you. My name is Ginna Tassinelli, also known as the Style Rebel Mama, and I'm here to empower you to love on your body, to love your style, to define your personal style so that you can always feel authentic in your own skin and love how you're showing up and show up. Okay, so if you're new, let me know. Just say the word new. If there's something that you hear that you absolutely are like, Ginna, thank you so much for this, drop a hashtag sparkle, because that lets me know that something that I said resonated with you and you took to your heart and it meant something special to you, because that's what I'm here for. As a personal stylist and an image consultant and a personal brand mentor, I am super passionate about working with women and honestly just having these conversations, these real talks with women just like me, because I know that it's not easy to look in the mirror every single day. It's not. We have these images of ourselves, or maybe an image of what we used to look like that we wish we still looked like. And during this time of the year, summertime, when we're getting ready to put bathing suits on and wear shorts and, show more skin, we can get super critical about ourselves. So that's what this talk is about. Feel free to sprinkle this in your newsfeed, maybe drop any of your friends' names down below, tag them if you feel that they really need to hear this conversation too. All right. So let me just tell you a little backstory that stirred this whole conversation up recently, not only because it's summertime now, but I would love to know, if you have kids, have they ever called you thick or described you as thick? So I will admit, if I heard that back when I was, 13, 14, 15, even early adulthood, I would probably be super offended and think, oh my gosh, I need to lose weight. What's wrong with my legs? Because I had self-image, self-body struggles growing up. Big time. I was a dancer. If you haven't heard this story yet, I'll be really, really quick, but I grew up as a dancer. I danced from the age of about 6 till I was 18, and I did ballerina. I was a ballerina. I did modern tap, jazz, which is now more like hip hop, point. And I really compared myself constantly to my peers, because coming from a Hispanic background, I'm half Puerto Rican and half Cuban. You may not see from the camera right now, but I've got curves, ladies. I've got the hips, and I definitely put on my weight on the bottom half of my body. And so as a dancer, especially an adolescent, growing up with my friends who were tall and lanky, and I went that way instead of that way, it was definitely something that I struggled with. So much so that I would call it now body dysmorphia. And I didn't realize it at the time. And it's interesting because I just recently, I don't know if you've seen, but I just recently took the courage to say yes to writing my story in a co-authored book, which is coming out in a few weeks. And it stirred up a lot of these past moments, experiences that I had growing up and dealing with my body. And it was a very therapeutic process writing my story. But at the same time, it brought me back to those memories where I would hide my legs. I didn't like to wear shorts, or if I wore shorts, they were long shorts, Bermuda shorts, which are totally in and stylish, but I didn't wear them because they were stylish. I wore them because they hid most of my legs. And also, as a lover of the beach who did wear bathing suits all the time, it's interesting. In a bathing suit, I would feel okay because most of my skin was showing. But when just the bottom half of my body was showing, that's where I would get more self-conscious because of my legs. And so this is a topic that is so important. And I really wanted to just have this chat with you all today. I don't know if this is something that you're struggling with. If it is, I would love to hear, down below, what are things that you're struggling with when it comes to your body image? And if you have any suggestions for everybody, I'd love to hear those too. So I'm going to share with you some of my own suggestions of what I've been able to do throughout my years. And as I've gotten older, I think I've also gotten wiser to understanding that our bodies are a masterpiece. They are a work of art. And we need to own that, because there is only one of you and it's stuck with you forever. You can't get rid of your body. It's stuck with you. Okay. So really what it is, it's more about focusing on the positive things about your body and changing that narrative, changing what you say to yourself, changing how you look in the mirror. So I used to go straight into the mirror and look at my legs. That was the very first thing that I would look at when I would put an outfit on. How do my legs look? How do my butt look? No more. The first thing that I look at are my eyes. And I honestly, when I look in a mirror, I talk to myself and I will say, oh, Gina, you're going to have a great day today. I don't even talk about body. It's not even about body. So that's just a quick little tip. I'd love to know from you too, on a scale from 1 to 10, when you look in the mirror, how do you feel about your body? How do you feel about yourself? Okay. So I will, because I'm being super transparent, in the past, I was down in the 3s, 4s, maybe, in how I felt about my body. And so here are some things that really turn that around for me. Number one is understanding that we are all different. We are all going to be shaped differently. Even if you lose a certain amount of weight, that, maybe you have a goal and you want to be at a certain weight, your body shape is still going to be the same shape. It's still the same bones. The bones don't go away. So you have to accept that you have a certain body shape, and that is okay. And so learning what that body shape is can be really helpful, because then you can learn how to dress appropriately in a way that you feel more comfortable with your body shape. So that's tip number one. And that's actually something that is part of the Style Vibe Tribe membership, which, if you're interested in that, just say the word tribe and I will reach out to you for more info, because we are relaunching that program. But learning how to, know exactly, okay, if I am bigger on the bottom, how can I bring balance and proportion to my body so that when I wear certain outfits, I feel comfortable, I feel confident, I feel fabulous. All right. How you approach your body image can really make a difference in what you tell yourself about your body. So if you can get rid of those negative thoughts and those negative words that you are saying to yourself. So if you have, if that negative critiquer is coming out when you're looking in the mirror, stop yourself and say, you know what? Thank you for trying to give me advice, but I'm going to shut you down right now because I am thankful for this body. There are people that don't even have legs. to walk on. And we are complaining about the size of our legs, right? Or I specifically have complained about the size of my legs. So giving yourself gratitude and being thankful for your body and for what it does for you. For example, if you're a mom and you've had kids, you gave life. You have these amazing, beautiful children. I know sometimes we want to wring their necks, right? But we gave life. And that is something that nobody can take away from you. And the fact that you were able to do that, if you're a mom, give yourself some grace and love your body for being able to do that. Let yourself know that your body is truly a masterpiece, because it's different to everybody's body. My body is different than Carrie's. Carrie's body is different than Anna. Anna's body is different, and so on and so on. We can't have the same body as somebody that we wish we had a body like, right? It's just, it would never happen. Even if you worked out, you know, crazy, dieted, starved yourself, whatever, it's still never going to be the same body. The other thing to think about is that no matter how much you work out, no matter how much you think dieting is going to help you, if that's, you know, how you're maybe punishing your body so that you look a certain way, again, you still are, it's still the same skin, the same bones, the same makeup. So that is just not going to change. Something that's really smart to do too is to follow women that look like you, that have a similar body shape. And that's also going to help you understand what kinds of clothing styles are going to give your own body proportion and balance. So, you know, I growing up in the 80s and 90s, 17 magazine was like my favorite magazine. But the worst when it comes to being influenced by a magazine, because all of the girls in that magazine were super skinny. I mean, I remember watching Victoria's Secret shows. I think now they've definitely changed, but back then you could see bones, right? And these are the kinds of images that us growing up, especially if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, that we were used to. And so those images, they stay here. And that's what you think, or you feel like you have to look that way. Now you take somebody like Jennifer Lopez, who not only do I love her because she's from my home place from Puerto Rico, but she's got a butt. She's got the curves and it is gorgeous, right? You know, so when my kids, both of my kids actually, my 15-year-old daughter and my 10-year-old son the other day said that I was thick, I was at first like, what exactly does that mean? I'm not sure if you're saying like something good or bad, but they were like, no, Mom, thick is a good thing. Like, you want to be thick. And you know what? I'm going to accept that and I'm going to take that all the way. So thick is good. Just like Carrie said a little bit ago, she said to me, she is thick in her faith. What else did you tell me, Carrie? But I loved the word. I loved how you use that word thick in front of things that are amazing about you. And so we want to change that narrative about us. You know, same thing, like if you are a workout-aholic, workout-aholic. So if you feel that working out is a punishment to you, how about changing that narrative and telling yourself that you are working out because you want more energy, you want to feel more powerful, and you want to feel more confident. I work out a few times a week, and I don't work out because I'm trying to lose weight. Although I will tell you, my clothes is definitely tighter on me over the last 18 months. But I'm accepting it. It's just how it is. Like I'm not going to really stop eating. Like I'm still eating what I usually eat. I drink make sure to drink a lot of water and hydrate myself because that's healthy. But I work out for energy. I work out because it helps my mindset. It helps me going in the morning. It's not because I'm punishing my body. Now, I used to punish my body by only eating cereal. That's back when I danced. And that can get you really sick because you're not giving your body nutrients that it needs either. So when you're doing things that maybe you have been doing because you have been doing them to punish your body, and what I mean by that is, if you're dieting hard and it's not a pleasant experience, think about why you're doing it. If you're changing the way you eat because you want to live a healthier lifestyle, that's a little different. Maybe you want to have a clean, you want to do clean eating. But like, for example, fasting, and I'm not here to judge anybody. If it works for you and you're cool with it, great. But fasting, I can't imagine fasting. Like, I can't imagine not eating for, I don't know, 24 hours or 12 hours, however that works. So things like that. So think about what is your purpose behind doing them. And if the purpose is a negative purpose, like, oh, because I'm bloated and I feel like I need to lose belly fat, or because I need to lose weight in my thighs, that is not a positive way of doing the things that you're trying to do to make you feel or look healthier, right? Carrie, thick skin, thick faith, thick ability. Exactly. I love it. It's abundance. It's a matter of abundance. And like I said, thank your body for what it's done. So if you've had children, thank your body for being able to reproduce and go into labor and give birth to kids. When you look in the mirror, so instead of looking at your body right away, look at your eyes and talk to yourself. Say positive things to yourself. So here's some tips. And just to be like more clear about them, because I've kind of already talked about them. But again, when you're working out, change your narrative for working out. Work out to feel confident and powerful and for energy, not so much to punish your body. Change how you think about your body so that the parts that you don't like, instead of saying, oh, I don't like my legs, they're so fat, say, I like my legs, or I like my legs, or these are my legs. Maybe you want to keep it neutral. Take some baby steps. Eat foods that make you feel good. So you don't need to starve yourself in order to lose weight. You just need maybe to change your way of eating. So if you constantly eat fast food, start planning out your meals better. Eat foods from home. Don't eat out as much. By the way, it's going to save you some money as well. Carrie says, college girls are having a huge struggle with fasting and food rules. It's an epidemic. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so, and Carrie, because you have a daughter and I have a daughter, and, my daughter, who is super active, it's interesting because she was a dancer and a gymnast. And when she came to me and said, Mom, I don't want to dance anymore, I was a bit heartbroken because I grew up dancing and I still dream about dancing. But I came to realize that it was probably a good thing, because I remember what that did for me up here. As beautiful as that art is, what it can do for you up here, it's just not worth it. Same thing with gymnastics. So she doesn't do gymnastics anymore. She hurt her ankle. She was out of gymnastics for about 6 months, and it got her behind. So she went back for a little bit, but decided she was done with it. And I actually was thankful for that too, because of they're very, very critical, especially coaches, on their bodies. And when they start competing, it gets very competitive, not just on the floor, but in between the girls, and also the coaches and what they expect from you and how they expect your body to be and so forth. So what does she do now? She plays flag football and soccer. Amazing. And she's a total badass, I have to say. So So it's also, you know, a matter of doing things that are going to make you feel good. Honor yourself and shut down that inner critic that you have. And then the last thing I want to share is be the best version of yourself in the present moment. Stop thinking of what you looked like when you were in college or before kids. How about be present with yourself today and accept that? And one of the starting points that really helped me through all of this was when I really understood what my body shape was and how to dress for it specifically. So that was really the shift for me, as well as following different people. So not following the skinny models, right? Not using them as your influencers. So use real bodies. And I'm not to body shame or anything like that. So if you're, you know, super thin, that's great too. But when it comes to the people that we admire or look up to, and if we're using certain body types that are nothing like ours that we are admiring and trying to be like, that's when it can become a really negative and honestly a self-destructive pattern. So I hope that this was helpful. And if you guys have any other suggestions or any other comments, please feel free to drop them down below. As you're out more now for the summer, put on those shorts, put on that bikini, no matter your shape or size, or a one-piece bathing suit, whatever makes you feel comfortable, but love yourself in whatever you put on. All right. And if you would love to learn more about the Style Vibe Tribe membership, and how I can help you rediscover your personal style so that you feel confident in everything that you put on, just say the word tribe down below and we will connect. I will send you some more information on how to be a part of that. And I will see you guys next week, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time, right here. Have a fabulous rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.